Hello, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about one of the most common errors that I see students making in Google Earth Engine. And this is the error that says ... is not a function. So the most common reasons for seeing this error are, first, you're using the wrong data type for your function. So maybe you're using an image collection where you really should be using an image. The second reason is that you have misspelled your function. And then the third reason is that you are treating something that is not a function as a function. So let me show you a script here. And in this script, I have just a very basic code where I have imported Landsat 9, drawn a geometry, and then I'm trying to visualize that Landsat 9 data over this geometry. This code has 3 errors, all of which will generate that ... is not a function error code. If you want, you can pause the video and see if you can identify each of those 3 errors. So when we run this code, I'll just run it, and it says, first of all, on line 4, Landsat 9.filterBound is not a function. So the function that is causing the error is this filter bound. And the reason that this is pulling an error is that filter bound has a typo. And if you start to write in filter bound in the docs tab here, it'll show you that filter bounds needs an S at the end. So it should be filter bounds. So that falls under the category of a typo. So let me run this again. All right, and now it says that L9_geo.clip is not a function. Now this is one of the most common errors that I see. And the problem here is that Landsat 9 geo, this variable, is an image collection, and clip can only be run on images. We know this because if you go to the docs tab and write in clip, it says that the only data type that clip corresponds to is an image. And you can also tell that Landsat 9 geo is not an image by printing it to the console. So if you weren't sure what data type you were working with, you could print it to the console like this, and it'll tell you Landsat 9 geo is an image collection. So therefore, in order to use .clip on Landsat 9 geo, we first need to convert this image collection to an image. There's many ways of doing that. A very simple way is .median. You could also do .first. So let's run that. So now we're getting a new error, which is a good sign because it means that our old error was fixed. So here's our last error, is that I've created a variable here called visparams. And basically I've just set it to a dictionary item that says the bands that I want is just this band called SRB1. And then in the code here, I have done something kind of silly where I have said L9_geo.visparams. And Google Earth Engine is telling me .visparams is not a function. And it means this very literally in this case. .visparams is not a function. It's an object. And it's a dictionary object. So we don't need all of this .visparams and parentheses business. We can just put this as visparams. So let's run the code now. And finally, we have some code that works. We can zoom in and see that something indeed is being visualized now. And of course, then we could fidget with this to make this more interpretable. But there you have it. These are the 3 most common reasons that the ... is not a function error comes about. Hope this helps.